Welcome back to our channel. It's the reaction video for episode 3. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Let's jump right on into it.
And you have a divorce consultation. It's adultery.
She don't even kiss me.
Oh, okay. Get the hell out of my office.
We recognize that being served is a sensitive matter. Please be advised that the individuals shown in the serving footage have agreed to allow their experience to be used for this program. They were offered monetary compensation in exchange for their consent. This compensation was offered after the serving took place, and their consent was obtained prior to airing.
Guess what?
What?
I got invited to another attorney function. Okay. You know James is not gonna want to go to those.
Okay.
Will you be my date?
Sure.
Okay. So it'll be Friday.
Okay.
We can wear all black. You know, instead of like men in black, we could be women in black.
So we're going to your funeral.
Well, you know, we'll be looking good. Okay. So you go.
Got it.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And you have a divorce consultation.
Now
Yes.
I have an 8. Okay, go ahead.
Me either. But it's adultery.
Okay.
So it's a fault divorce.
Everybody's cheating these days. Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna just try to eat a few crackers and I'll be right there.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty. And make a quick call.
Shout out to my paralegal always being my wingman since you never want to go to attorney functions with me.
I can't be going to all these functions. Come on now.
You're supposed to be able to go to all these functions. That's a part of, married life.
Nah, not all of them. I go to some.
Once a year.
Some.
Good morning, David. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
We got some interesting things to discuss today, huh? Well, should I have maybe brought in the bar cart? Do you need a cocktail?
Man,
All right, so I know a little bit. We're here on a divorce consultation, correct?
that's correct,
So I guess I'm about to hear something interesting.
to say the least.
What's going on?
Well,
How long have you been married? Let's start there.
so we've been married 10 years.
Okay. And so what brings you here today?
Well, I just really think that she's been cheating.
Okay. All right. Sorry to hear that. I know that infidelity is very painful. How did your suspicions start?
You know, it's really interesting because her wardrobe changed, her appearance. She started to, take care of herself a lot more in terms of, makeup and doing her hair and the way she goes to work.
Oh, specifically when she goes to work.
Exactly.
So not any other time. She's still going to the grocery store looking regular?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
But she's
Changing up your daily routine, no matter what that is not a dead giveaway, but it would definitely make your person suspicious. Because when you live together, you know the person's routine. And when you start to deviate from their routine, I think that might start raising some eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would know if you started switching up something like that. I mean, that's a dead giveaway. You doing something different out in them streets.
Especially doing something different going to work. That would make anybody notice. So, good luck, child.
So his husband comes to me wanting a divorce, and he's suspecting that his wife is cheating. And of course, there's always signs: skimpy outfits to work, the higher the heel, the shorter the skirt.
Wow.
But she's going all fancy to work now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then what?
And so from that point, I started just paying attention to things. And I kind of realized that it had to be someone at work that she was trying to impress, someone she was giving her attention to.
Okay. Did you catch her?
Oh, yeah, I caught her.
What happened?
I hired a private investigator.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
yeah. So he did some things, found out that she had been spending time with her manager at work.
Where did he catch them?
Well, he actually has footage of them. They went out to a restaurant somewhere near the office.
Okay.
And
Is there anything that he caught that shows that this is not just a friendly colleague luncheon?
Well, it's smiling and grinning and stuff and
Anything
holding
intimate?
hands at the table. And then, of course, she ends the night with a kiss. She don't even kiss me.
Oh, okay.
Now she don't even kiss her husband. Lord, that's shady. That's shady.
It is.
But you know what's also crazy? I'm so glad he hired the PI when he did, because Texas law actually changed this year, and you can no longer track someone in the middle of a family law proceeding. So if you're in the middle of a divorce or custody case, you cannot track anyone. But nothing's been filed as of yet, so he's free to track and do as he pleases. So that was a good call on his part.
Crazy.
Okay. All right. So your PI, I'm assuming, sent you this footage.
Yes.
Did you confront her? Did you tell her, or she doesn't know?
Yeah, I mean, I asked her straight up, what are you doing? You got somebody else who you spending time with? Because it's not with me.
What did she say?
And well, first she denied it.
Okay.
Then I told her, I think it's something that's going on at work. I started calling names. No. It's not that one. It's not that one. But then eventually, I just told her, it's your manager, isn't it?
And she confessed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes things a little bit easier. After she confessed, was she remorseful, or are we dealing with someone who wants to save their marriage, or someone who wants to run off with their manager?
I didn't get any of that. Only thing I really got from her is that it was my fault.
Got you.
I was also surprised that he hired a PI, because that is 1000% a woman move. Women usually will hire a PI. Not saying that men never, but it's rare. Most men, if anything, they'll follow you around themselves. They'll get in their car and follow you themselves before they hire a PI. So I'm glad that he did. It makes my job a whole lot easier. All the evidence just falls right into my lap. So kudos to him. Would you ever, obviously not us, but would you ever hire a PI if you were suspicious about anything?
No, I'm finding out for myself.
I know that's right. Men always think they can just take matters into their own hands.
Because we can.
See, that's why women usually get the PI and not them. They just think they can do everybody's job.
It's my job now, though. See what's going on with my wife.
But I'll be looking over here.
I'm at the front door with it.
So he actually did something that most men don't do. A lot of women do this. He hired a PI to catch her. I thought it was brilliant. I love a good PI story.
That's crazy.
Gets caught. He confronts her. She tries to deny it at first. And then, of course, the proof is the proof. And so then she just said, well, I did what I did, but it's all your fault. But guess what? I'm going to have a great time cross-examining her about her philandering ways. Alrighty. I'm assuming, do you want to file a fault divorce under the grounds of adultery?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I know you've been married 10 years. Do you happen to have any minor children with her?
No.
Okay. What about a home?
Yes.
What do you want to do with the house? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to buy her out? Do you want her to take nothing? What?
It's my house.
Okay. All right. And what about retirement? You each keep your own, or you want to see if...
She can keep hers. She can do whatever she wants.
Why he trying to put this lady out on the street?
Because she for the streets.
Oh, dang.
I'm just saying.
I guess you saying she could go live with her manager.
That's right.
Oh, Lord.
It was nice at first, but now since you outside the house with it now. So, you might as well be outside the house with it.
And you know what's so crazy? I get consultations often about wanting to do a fault divorce under the grounds of adultery, but people don't realize all that it entails, and I know we're about to get into it, into the next scene, but I talk more about the financial aspect that you have to tie into the adultery in the next scene. But one thing I do also want to provide to you guys is that in order to prove a fault divorce under the grounds of adultery, not only do you have that financial element, you have to prove that they had relations. So evidence of going on a date and even a kiss is not proof of relations. You have to prove adultery involves adult activity. So you have to prove that, and sometimes that's difficult because, of course, we can infer when someone's cheating, right? She on a date, she kissing the man. However, you have to prove that they had grown-up time. Say it with me. Grown-up time.
The kiss is far enough for me.
Not enough for the court. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I would love to do a fault divorce for you under the grounds of adultery. But let me explain to you the process a little bit. Unfortunately, a lot of people get cheated on, right? So that doesn't shock the court to compel them to do specific things. when you're trying to really go this route with the fault divorce, you have to compel the court to basically award you things because you're the aggrieved party, right? So they want to punish the person, basically saying this is all your fault. The only time I've really seen the court care about adultery is when someone spent community funds, because we're in a community property state. So when she spends her income funding her adulterous ways, buying him lavish gifts, maybe, paying for trips or things like that, we got to tie money to the adultery. So we would have to do a little digging here. And then the only reason why people file for a fault divorce is because they want a bigger piece of the pie. You don't want her to potentially take half, even though the law doesn't say half, but she might ask for half. You want a bigger piece of the pie. So you got to tie money to it. We have to tie the community property to her adultery. So we got to find some money. Okay. Do you have any shared bank accounts or access to anything like that?
We do have shared.
Okay. Start looking into that because forensic accountants are expensive. So if you're able to find that information on your own, then that'll make my job easier, which means you spend less money. Okay. Do you have any questions for me about the process or?
So a lot of times with these fault divorces under the grounds of adultery, let's say the person does have proof of the adult activity, you got to have the other layer of tying finances to the adultery. And if you are not able to have that information or provide that information to your attorney on your own, like joint bank accounts and you got access to the credit card statements, if you don't have that, you got to pay experts to find it. And forensic accountants are very, very expensive. So now you're into deep litigation. You're creating more expenses trying to prove this fault divorce. And sometimes you got to think, is the juice worth the squeeze? Now you have to hire a forensic accountant that costs thousands of dollars. That might cost you the same amount of money that you're trying to win, So the perfect case for adultery is you got the evidence of the actual intercourse and you also have the evidence of the finances, them spending the community funds to fund the adultery, buying gifts, trips, paying for things, etc. When you don't have those, you don't have a good case. And if you got to pay experts to find it, it might not even be worth it because the amount of money you would spend fighting over it, it might not even make any sense.
Crazy.
To get started?
No, I'm ready to get started.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll file your divorce petition. And the exciting part, we have to get her served. Do you know where you want her to be served?
Yeah, at work.
Okay, I love that idea. I've served many people at work. Maybe her mistress man will be there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be great.
All right. Well, is she in a public building? Maybe I can send a friend to just kind of peep out the scene and see when he's there and when she's there. Maybe we'll get lucky. You want to do it there?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get the case file. We'll get her served. And then after that, we'll have a hearing. And if you want to work out some terms there, maybe you might want to mediate this in the end. We'll see. But for now, we'll definitely get her served in the worst way. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. My office will be in touch and we'll take care of this for you.
Awesome. Thank
All
you.
right. It was so good to meet you, David.
Very good to meet you as well.
Have a great one.
Lucky us. Another serving at work. Don't you love it?
No.
I do. I think it's great. Last episode you served a guy. This episode you're serving a girl at work. Just get them all at work,
Unfortunately, that's where I can find them, so.
Yeah.
And that's where you send me, so.
Yeah. It's, where someone's going to be every day for a long period of time. That's why serving at work is easy. You know they got to be at work. You know they're going to be here from this hour to this hour. I love the idea. It makes our job easier to catch them. And, it just adds that little sprinkle on top when you embarrass them a little bit. Send a little warning shot.
Not a warning shot.
I thought it was pretty interesting that he wanted her served at work. Genius. obviously. I'm hoping that the boss was there and actually saw it. But I did hear there was a little incident about some pins.
Oh yeah, when I went to go serve her, I mean, I pretty much asked where she was. I, checked her at the office that she had told me that she was gonna be at, and then I asked her coworker where she was, and she led me to the office.
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yes, I'm actually looking for Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany's office is down this way, but did you have an appointment? And what's going on with the cameras?
No, I just gotta give her something real quick.
Was the mistress man there?
He was not.
How do you feel like when you know that you're there, you're looking for the person, and the confrontation is about to happen? Like, do you ever get nervous or anything?
No, I don't get nervous. It's kind of like, oh, let me just try to get this over with so I can go about my day. I already know they about to be pissed as usual. So let me go ahead and get in, get out, and
Go home.
go home. Excuse me, Brittany Green?
Yes.
Yes, you've been served.
Been served. What is this?
Everything you need to know is in them documents.
A divorce?
Yeah. I mean, ain't you good? Don't you got another man?
I know you ain't tell that lady, ain't you good, don't you have another man?
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I think I just slipped out my...
You went from your head to your mouth?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So rude.
I mean, I already knew what was going on. I was just like, yo.
When you think it's something and before you can stop your mouth, it just fly out. I've been there. I can relate.
That's exactly what happened. She's got caught in the miss.
I don't feel sorry for her.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And then that's when she threw them pins that you're talking about at me.
At you?
At me.
Get the hell out of my office! I know that husband ain't just throw no pins at my husband. Did you actually get hit with him?
Well, I dodged them.
I know that's right, girl. Don't ever play with my man again. What's wrong with her?
She was pissed. It's probably because of that comment I made, but I mean...
Hey, I don't care. I'm gonna throw something at her in the courtroom.
Oh my goodness.
These attorney's fees. Let me throw them at you.
Not the attorney's fees.
Okay.
Hey, babe. Yeah, I just served Brittany. Brittany Green. Not so good. I mean, she threw pins at me. Yeah. Yeah, I can't be just serving people for you like that, because that's crazy. I mean, people throwing pins at me in her office. Okay. Yeah. I love you too.
We'll see what I'll throw at her in the courtroom. Don't ever try my man again.
Not they done skip their job, skip court, not responding to her attorney anymore. I think they done ran off together.
So it was already bound to happen. So I guess it was just meant to be.
Maybe they are a true match.
That's terrible.
That's a crazy kind of love for you to leave your job behind, to potentially be held in contempt of court for not showing up. Ooh, Lord, that's a crazy kind of love. Good luck to them.
Yeah. Good luck.
Y'all gonna need it.
On the next episode of Serving Scandalous.
She wants to move outside of Dallas to Pennsylvania.
Relocation cases are hard.
You've been served.
Sir, I think I need you to leave the building, okay?
Okay.
Give me some. All right.
Thank y'all for joining us for this week's episode reaction video. We hope you enjoyed episode 3, and of course, we'll see you in the next one.
All right, now.
Bye.
A lot of people get cheated on, right? So that doesn't shock the court to compel them to do specific things. When you're trying to really go this route with the fall divorce, you have to compel the court to basically award you things because you're the aggrieved party, right? So they want to punish the person basically saying this is all your fault. The only time I've really seen the court care about adultery is when someone...
This whole clip is ruined.